right? You want... Don't be stupid, right? Don't play stupid. Don't play stupid, though, right? What happens when you call the popo on a person of color? What happens in the Deep South? What the fuck happens? One thing I'm not going to do is put up with none of this bullshit messages. Is put up with none of this bullshit messages. Fuck y'all. Y'all think it's funny? You think it's a game? You're using somebody's pain as a talking point for hours and fucking hours and fucking hours. Queenie understood exactly what it means to call welfare check or the popo on somebody in Alabama. She knows exactly what that means. She don't give a fuck. She hates that woman. She hates that woman. And probably the feeling is mutual. Who cares? That's between them. And never should have been brought on the app. But when somebody is on the fucking app talking about calling a retaliatory, because that's what it was, retaliatory wellness check, talking about calling the police. The fuck you think it's gonna happen? What do you think could happen? And you dirty bitches want to sit online and talk about this for hours? Really? Really? You dumb heifers? Y'all lost your fucking minds. And then you wanna have some performatory outrage. That is Zeta Zamora. Zeta can kiss my entire fucking ass. I shared the live too. Hey Boogie. But I'm not fixing to not speak about some dirty bitch sending me messages like that. Don't even about some dirty bitch sending me messages like that. Don't even fucking do it. Don't even. Y'all just ate that shit up, didn't you? Yeah, baby. It's raining in the bird sanctuary. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Bubbles. Hey, Gloria. Hey, Court. Do not bother sending me any fucking messages. I don't know if you are you or if you are FM, so whatever. That's from Zeta Zamora. Call the police or call a wellness check on a person of color. What happens? And then you want to weaponize a wellness check against a person of color. Really? You want to be mad at her? You better call somebody to be mad. Oh, now you look at tisk, tisk. A wellness check on me. You that wellness check on me. You that man. So wrong. You even said she made you so wrong in the head, so mad in the head that you out and out told you were not allowed to come to the funeral. You were not allowed. They did not want you there. So there's some bullshit. you were not allowed to come to the funeral. You were not allowed. They did not want you there. So this some bullshit. Yell no more. No, it fucking ain't. I know you fucking lying.
Oh, maybe it's gonna stop lag. I just came up to tell you it was lagging really bad and couldn't see the chat, but when I'm up here, I won't see the lag. But I know I wasn't hearing anything, and I don't think the rest of the chat was.
It's probably not a bad idea.
But let me jump down. Let me jump down, see if it's cleared itself up.
Great, just your presence in the box fixed it. It ain't over. Really? You gonna send the police to my house? Gonna do a wellness check on me? You gonna weaponize people's mental health? Zeta Zamora sent that message. Bree, you already did enough screaming. You're not gonna do it again. This ain't nobody ever gonna fucking scream at me in my damn boxes again, or cuss me, or any of that bullshit that y'all have been on. Fuck that. I didn't turn on you. I called you on your bullshit. Mm-mm. I understood that I was tired of getting screamed at, Bree. But y'all are not ever going to do that to me again. Ever. 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 Nobody is ever going to get in my boxes and scream or cuss me again. Fuck y'all. You have a platform, Queen. You going to weaponize it against me because you wanted to weaponize the system against your sister. Fuck you. Fuck you. You. But she'll do it to her sister, won't she? Fuck that noise. If this was my family, the first thing I would have done would have been called my family, not got on the app and show my ass to everybody and rage for hours and hours and hours. And that's what she did. That's what she did. So fuck her. Oh, y'all got real used to me being quiet in boxes. Y'all got real used to me just taking your bullshit. Y'all got real used to screaming at me and shit when I... Fuck that. No. Hell to the no. Florida man started it, firefighter wife. Let's be real. Florida man started it. Right? it is never, never, never okay to weaponize calling a welfare check or the police on somebody. Never. And I'm the only one that spoke up. I'm the only one that spoke up. It absolutely was being weaponized. What does my screen say? It says, please don't hang with me. It says, please don't hang with me if you're going to start crying as soon as they put on handcuffs. Thought it was funny. Thanks, Wendy. I got you. I'm the only one that said anything about it. I'm the only one that said anything about it. None of y'all ever, ever, ever get to sit in my boxes anymore and scream and cuss me out. And now sending nasty messages. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Just real quick,
Hey, Fed
the
Up.
bullshit going on,
Hey, Fed
the
Up.
bullshit going on in the chat is over. Either be decent or I'm gonna show you the door. You have your own platform, use it.
There you go.
Not here, not now. I'm done with it. We're all done with it. We're all done with it.
Sick and tired of y'all's hypocritical bullshit. Hey, man. Wendy, it's okay. You don't know the grill, but I know her. She's all right. Grill, that's Wendy. Now you've met. Hey, Rat's ass. Yeah, I'm all right. Oh, I'm just getting nasty messages, being called a two-ass. Yeah, I'm all right. Oh, I'm just getting nasty messages, being called a two-faced dirty bitch, and everything else. And I'm the only one who spoke up and said you cannot weaponize the system against somebody. Miss Tish, you can go then. Like, if you don't care. Okay, leave. Hey, Strawberry. He did weaponize somebody with mental illness, Rat's ass. But the problem is, the sister got on here. Thank you, Fed Up. The sister got on here, instead of handling it privately, getting all the family to circle up and go check, make sure she all right, all she did was stay on live for hours and hours and hours, yelling, screaming, all the things. And then she threatened to call the popo. And then she threatened to do a wellness check, weaponizing the sister. No, kept saying over and over that the sister's mentally ill. She's psychotic. She's on antipsychotics. Hey, Paisley. Seemed to be good. Curious what changed. It wasn't good, Megan. That's the thing. It wasn't good. It was swept under the rug. Everybody wants to ignore Queenie weaponizing the system against her sister. Everybody wants to ignore that part. She may need to be checked on, Mama Red, but be checked on by her family off the app. But that's not what her sister is talking about doing. Her sister that they haven't even spoken in 10, 11 years. Her sister, her family, you don't understand my, okay, Ninja Observer, you don't understand my thinking. It's her sister, her family. FM brought the girl to the app, right? If it was such a huge issue, if it was really, if Queen was so really concerned about her sister's welfare, she would have checked on her at least once in the past 10, 11 years. She hadn't even spoken to her, right? If Queenie was so concerned and worried for her sister's mental health, she wouldn't have sat on live screaming for hours and hours. And it's no longer a personal family business when Queen E sits, rants, and raves, right? Everybody else can talk about it. I didn't see nobody going to all those other lives and telling them not to talk about it, right? Y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all just don't want me talking about it. So fuck y'all. Because I got as much right to speak on it as the rest of y'all. I got as much right to say something about it as Holly Mae in there. I know, little mama, somebody gonna get hurt. She said she didn't, Rat's ass. Callie Dreamer? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Y'all just don't want me speaking on it. I can speak on whatever the fuck I want to speak on. And I'm especially going to speak on the mental health aspect, right? Queenie and her sister can be in a fight all day, every day. And that's on them. But when you are so angry at somebody that you're going to weaponize the mental health system against them, you can go from screaming, ranting, and raving, calling her a bitch and calling her out her name, and calling her a bitch and calling her out her name, and then in the blink of an eye, you're like, well, I just thought of something. I'm going to call the police on her. I'm going to do a wellness check on her. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what Queen did. That's exactly how she was. That's right. That's exactly what Queen did. That's exactly how she was. And Queen knows what could happen, and she doesn't care. She doesn't care if her sister gets hurt behind her calling the police and calling for a welfare check. She doesn't give a damn. That's wrong. And she won't own up to it. She may never own up to it. Child, we've all had some fights and arguments with our families. I'm not going to stop speaking about not weaponizing mental health and the police against family because you're mad at them, Twinkles. Nobody told Holly Mae to stop. Y'all go tell Holly Mae. Well, it's too late because she already had a live and hundreds were in there and nobody said a word. They were all like, rah, 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 and fuck Moonbeam. I'm over it. I'm over y'all's fucking asses. You think you can get in my boxes, scream and yell, fucking asses. You think you can get in my boxes, scream and yell, cuss me out. Professor Twinkles, Queen E blocked me. Holly Mae blocked them. I have not blocked any of them. Period. There is no defense. I know he robbed Megs. It's crazy. Well, I haven't blocked any of them. Twinkles, I'm sitting up here talking about not weaponizing the system against somebody when they could get really, really hurt behind it, right? That's what I'm talking about. Don't do that. And y'all are just ignoring that issue. Why y'all want to ignore that issue? I don't know. You want to be willfully ignorant? That's on you. But I'm not going to be silent when anybody talks about weaponizing the system. Hey, Kindness Queen. May. She threatened on live to call the police on her sister. She threatened on live to call them and do a wellness check on her sister, right? And I'm speaking on that. Don't do that. I can't assume she knows how best to handle her family because her idea of handling it was to come online and scream about it for hours. Hours. Y'all, please don't fuss in the comments. Does anybody think that it was a good idea for her to come online, rant and rave, and lose her shit for hours when that happened? Because if it had been done to me and mine, The first thing I would have done is not go live about it. The first thing I would have done is call every family member. First thing I would have done is call every family member off the app. Nobody would have heard me say shit on live about it. And I would not have said a thing online about it. But apparently, she and her sister are only communicating through lives, which is fucked up. But that's on them. Communicating through lives, which is fucked up. But that's on them. Jasmine, I heard what was said about her. And yes, it was horrible. Horrible. And everybody who heard what that woman said about Queen was prepared to write off everything she was saying as just pure, unadulterated bullshit. Everybody was prepared to write that off. Just the ravings of a very sick woman, right? But then QE went live screaming for hours and hours and hours. And threatened the woman. Threatened her. Threatened to weaponize the system against her. Yes, I am speaking in general about wellness checks. Everybody wants to make it about her. Guess what? The world don't revolve around her. Yeah, about her own sister. Her own sister. Well, come on. Sister. Well, come on. Come on, you ding-dongs. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There you go. Does anybody in here think it's okay? Hey, honey. Does anybody think it's okay to weaponize the system against somebody you're mad at? Against somebody you're mad at? Because that's what that person is talking about doing. It was brought to the app by FM, Amanda, but QE kept it on the app. Kept it right on the app for hours and hours, screaming, cursing, threatening for hours. For hours. Right? I know, Missy. If she's that mentally unstable, why did Queen do that? Why does anybody do stupid things? I know, Boogie. If it happened to me and my family, y'all wouldn't have heard me say shit on this app about it. I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have used my phone to call all of my family. And see if somebody could go check, right? Because I have a sister, y'all. I have a sister who is severely mentally ill, right? If you ask her if the sky is blue and the grass is green, she may tell you that the sky is green and the grass is blue. She is just that mentally ill. And I would never go live screaming and cursing and threatening. Because I love my sister. I care about my sister. I don't want anything in the world to hurt my sister. I would have called every family member I've got. I was in disbelief. Oh, yeah, FM is still very comfortable on the app. Hey, Missy. Very comfortable in spite of everything that he's done. In fact, he's modded on every account that somebody has on the app, even though Smash unmodded him. She unmodded him, but she didn't boot him or ban him. She unmodded him, but she didn't boot him or ban him.
I'm just gonna say something. In general speaking, I don't think a lot of people, I understand, like, you're upset with her, but maybe if more people, if you were just take her out of it and speak in general, I think that's where your issue is. It wouldn't have mattered who it was, you would still feel the same way.
Why?
I'm not trying to speak for you. I'm just trying to maybe, hey everyone, I just feel like that's your concern is in general.
It is.
Even though it was her that brought that out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And maybe just leave her out of it and speak as in general. You know what I mean? And maybe more people could maybe be a little more understanding where you're coming from.
They understand where I'm coming
I don't know.
They just don't want to hear it. They're willing to sweep everything under the rug for her. Just like they're willing to sweep everything under the rug for her. Just like some people sweep everything under the rug and still go around FM. Well, I don't think they care. I really don't think some of these people care. I think some of these people would have no problem.
Like I said, I'm not justifying anyone's actions or words. I'm just saying I think a lot of people think you're directly attacking her 100%. I know you may be upset with her, but I think it's the bigger picture for you as well.
It is the bigger picture.
Oh.
It is the bigger picture. Hey, Jerry.
But I just popped up to give my 2 cents, not that anybody wants it.
Okay, I love you both.
Anyways, I usually don't say much.
I know. I know. Thank you, Bubbles.
You're welcome.
No, and Jerry, you go everywhere like, boy, I think you cussed me out one time. Mother Nature, I'm gonna take Bubbles' advice, okay? Let's take that loud, screaming, ranting, raving, cursing, threatening woman out of the conversation. And let's just talk about not weaponizing the system against anybody. Kate, we disagree, but it's not respectful on her side, so, and she don't want it respectful. Well, Jerry, you could go live too and cuss everybody. Hell, ain't nobody stopping you. You could go live and cuss me, but I ain't gonna get in your box and listen to it. I'm just saying. Don't be scared, honey. Jerry, you have not always adored me. You big stinker. I have got on your last nerve more than once. Yes, Amanda, lots of emotions. It was upsetting for a lot of people for a lot of reasons, right? I just want to make sure that everybody understands how I feel, right? Like y'all know how I feel. Something new? Yeah, I'm getting messages calling me a two-faced dirty bitch. Zeta Zamora really thought she was doing something with that. Thank you, Walmart Grill. I made my point. Y'all don't send me no more fucked up messages. And don't let me ever catch anybody fucking weaponizing the system against a mentally ill person. Don't fucking do it. Because I'll hop right back on here and call your ass out. Don't fucking do it. If you think that's okay to do, there's something wrong with you. If y'all want to keep sitting with somebody that would do that to you, you better lock your doors. Could happen to you. They could show up at your house. Because somebody like that has no limits. Jerry, FM he's a real piece of work. He is Commander Chaos. Like, I don't know why he didn't pick that name, because that's what he is. I think we all agree that it was horrible what he did. I think we all agree that it was horrible what that lady said. But some of y'all I don't know, maybe you're just too afraid to admit online because you don't want the backlash. Maybe you're just afraid to say it's not okay. Weaponizing a system against somebody. I would not want that system weaponized against my sister. I would not want that system weaponized against me. And I have dealt for 40 years with a person in my family that does just that. And it's awful. It's awful. And Blue Sapphire, you said maybe I need a wellness check on me. You said that. Can't fucking believe you. Thank you, Cherry. But Blue Sapphire, you missed the whole fucking point. No, we're not going after Blue. But after what she said to me, I'm surprised she's here. Is there, I'm wondering, is there a single person in this line that has somebody in their life that they would be seriously concerned for and shocked and appalled if anybody tried to weaponize the system against them? Now, let's not go after Blue. Mimi, I appreciate it. See, kindness, Queen? It's scary. It's scary to think about. It's terrifying, actually. Because when that happens, you don't know how things are going to turn out. Jasmine, you wouldn't do anything on the app if he were still here. You would be off the app and you would call and call and call, right? And you would worry for your brother, right? Because you loved him, right? I'm sure you loved him. Because you're bringing him up and you miss him. Oh, Amanda, I'm so sorry. Jasmine, I don't know if you watched that person's live. Thank you for the heart me. I don't know if you watched it as it was happening, but as it was happening, hey, sweetie, you could just see the wheels turning, and her whole demeanor changed. And for those of us who have family members that are not well like that, it was a heart-stopping moment. For those of us who have family members that are going through things like that, I know y'all understand. Because when things like that happen off the app, when in real life off the app, you have to make that call, or someone has to make that call on you, it can be terrifying for everybody involved. Yes, kindness queen. That's the frightening part. It all depends on the cop and the situation. I understand your point, Jasmine, but I'm just saying, if that had happened to me, I would not have gone live. I would have done everything I could off the app, because you can't fix anything by hollering and cursing and going after somebody on this app. You can't fix anything. Dana, I'm sorry that I'm not able to. It started there, but we are speaking on not weaponizing the system against somebody, right? Bree is in Liberty Live Jazz talking about. Bree is over there, Mimi, because I wouldn't let her get a box over here to scream and cuss at me. That's why she went over there. And she can stay over there, because obviously, all she wanted to do was get in a box over here and scream and cuss. And when I wouldn't let her, instead of typing feelings in the chat, hi Mark say, instead of typing feelings in the chat, she decided to go and yell and scream and bitch. Why'd you block Blue? Like, I didn't give a shit. I know he's a troublemaker. Oh, just half the app, that's all. Oh, fed up. You're a trip. But yes, that's it exactly. They think they are entitled to shut people up. They think that they can get in my box and scream and yell and shut me up. Uh-uh. And nobody is getting in my box to scream and yell or cuss me ever the fuck again. Ever. Yeah, I can't have an opinion, but they can. So fuck them. That's what I'm thinking at this moment. Fuck them. They want to be over there bitching about it, let them be over there bitching about it. But fuck them. Okay, kindness. I spy. Weaponizing the system means if you are angry or upset with somebody and you want to get back at them, you're going to do things like call the police on them or call a wellness check on them or maybe even call CPS on them. You're going to weaponize the system to hurt them. There's been a lot of that going on, and the shit needs to stop. And I know somebody that was screaming, yelling, cussing, and all the things for hours and hours is no better than Casey. And when I get up in the box to say, wait a minute, you can't be doing that shit, they scream and yell and holler and fuss and cuss and shut me down. And where's Jan? Where the fuck is Jan, who got in my box the other day and thought she could cuss and holler and raise her voice? The bitch ain't ever getting in a box over here again. Neither is Bree. Neither is Queen. Because they can't be trusted not to behave. Blue, request a box again, please. They're not getting a box over here because they simply cannot help themselves. Nobody is getting a box over here. Yeah, Jan was fucking unhinged because I didn't know what the fuck she wanted. Sapphire, request again, baby. I don't know who the fuck that is or where she came from, but she can go back.
Hello. Okay, first off, let me say, you know I never wish ill on anybody. In that time, in that moment, when I made that comment, ill on anybody. In that time, in that moment, when I made that comment, I meant the mental check. How would you have liked it if somebody said, well, maybe you needed a mental check after everything you had done when you were with Bougie and Florida Man? Everybody gave you grace and everybody forgave you. What happened?
Hold on. I was never with Florida Man. Never.
I
Never.
mean, not Florida man. See, my brain. What is the other lady? When
Oh,
all that
geez.
sneaky, okay,
Stephanie,
yeah,
Shannon,
yeah.
those
When
heifers.
when all that stuff was going on, that targeted a lot of people. That put a lot of fear in people. Now with what happened to Queen, everybody wants to talk about mental health. I think what people are not realizing, all that has put a huge state of mental health on everybody,
Yep.
because everybody's in fear now. Do we say something? Do we not say something? I'm not going to lie, hell, even I'm in fear.
Of what?
Because you know what? You're targeted if you go into a live, you're targeted if you say something, you're targeted if you make a comment. It's just sad that that's what this app has come to.
Yeah, it is. Listen, Blue, no hurt feelings if you want to hop down, okay? Nobody wants to make you a target of anything.
Well, I just wanted to make myself clear with you. I would never wish ill on anybody. And the Mimi person, I didn't mean anything mean to her. I just don't feel we should wish harm on anybody. That's all. That's all I meant. This app,
That's true. That's exactly right. We should not be wishing ill on nobody.
this app is bringing out the worst that I've ever seen. And I never thought an app can make people so ugly and do such horrendous things. And it's honestly scary. It really, really is. I lost a friend not even almost 2 weeks ago now on this app because she was always bullied. She was bullied to the point ago now on this app because she was always bullied. She was bullied to the point she took her life.
I am so sorry, honey.
I understand that, Mimi, and I'm sorry if you took my comment the wrong way. I apologize. But bullying is so hard. And to see people that we chat with every single day, and it's sides that are being divided. You don't know if you can go on the one side where you've made friends. You don't know if you can go on the other side where you've made friends, because then everybody will say, oh, well, I saw you there, or I saw you here, and you're there and you support this, and will say, oh, well, I saw you there, or I saw you here, and you're there and you support this and you support that. It's not supporting, it's just wanting to say hello to people that we've met on the app without getting targeted. To people that we've met on the app without getting targeted. I don't understand what is so wrong with that.
It's
You
one
have
thing to
people.
see people in comment or in lives and stuff. It's another to see their comments, Blue.
I'm
It's
sorry, I didn't
another
hear
to
you.
see. It's one thing to see people in lives. It's another to see their comments. To see Jerry Backyard cheering on the disgusting and vile things that Florida man does to people.
Okay, see, and I apologize. I didn't see any of that.
That's what I said
I
with
am
my
friends with
comment.
Jerry on here. I've never seen Jerry do anything. I cannot speak on something that I do not know. Just the comment that I saw you, I would say it if you said it to anybody, even if it's not Jerry. Just wishing harm on anybody is just
I didn't wish
not
harm. I said karma is real.
okay. But to me, I feel like that's harm. You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
know if you feel like that's harm. You know what I mean? I don't
well,
know if you know me. I don't know if you
we
know
all
me,
get our
Mimi.
karma, don't we? And that's what I
Yes.
said. Watch yourself, because karma is real. I mean, it's a fact of life. And that's what I was trying to tell this person, this Jerry person, because let's hope Florida man doesn't come after them. And they said, don't wish that on me. Well, karma is real, is what I said.
Jerry, I hope you've turned over a new leaf because it's all been a bit much.
They're a very nasty, vile person in live. And the things that they say, you should have seen them in that live the other night where Florida Man, cheering Florida Man on as he's going down the list, calling Queen's family. And the things that this person started saying about Queen's, what Queen's sister was saying, they were cheering on like they won the freaking lottery.
Okay, see, and that's when I say I didn't see any of that. And again, I know people screenshot, and they'll see me in a box and they'll see you talking, and then they're going to be like, oh, well, Blue was in a box and Blue. This is the point that I make. Nobody can say, or even I came up to apologize to Moonbeam for what she had maybe taken wrong, or maybe what I spoke was wrong.
I understand, but you mentioned my name, so I came up, but I'll drop down.
Because
I understand, but you mentioned my name, so I came up, but I'll drop down.
Because I'm respectful and I just wanted to apologize, that's all.
I understand. Thank you.
And that's why I say what I say. I am one of those. I am one of those who are literally mentally ill. I don't have the best of days. And all of this, and I don't want to walk away from an app that I use every day to distract me from my real life burdens that I'm going through. But there's times when I want to come on here because I'm doing infusions or I'm doing something, and all of this is happening. And mentally, do you know how it is for a person like me to just be like, well, damn, if this is what the world really is, why doesn't whatever's trying to kill me just kill me then?
That is no way to speak.
Well, this is horrible. This is so horrible. I love people in all communities. I care for everybody on both sides. And all this ugliness just really needs to stop. It really needs to stop.
It does, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to stop. And like the best thing you can do, hey Liz, is to stay away from it, or maybe make an alternative account, and so that, like a safe account, right? You go follow things that you're interested in, the hobbies you're interested in doing, like, I don't know, maybe DIY stuff or something to do with yarn. Like, that's what I do when it gets to be too much. I go on a backup and I see, because I followed a lot of my hobbies that I'm interested in or hobbies that I do, and then I just get lost in that for a while. Hey, Brown Eyes.
I understand. And respectfully, for the person who said maybe I should step away from the app, respectfully, and I'm not even being mean saying this, okay? I shouldn't have to turn away from an app when it's something that daily keeps my mind going. I shouldn't have to turn away from an app when it's something that daily keeps my mind going.
Right. Which is
I have every right. I have every right to come up and say what is hurting me, what I feel is breaking many, many hearts around here.
Right, and your feelings are absolutely valid.
Because comments like that, first everybody's like, oh, I'm here for you if you need me. I'm here for, but then you guys are the first ones when somebody's crying or when somebody's passionate and saying their feelings, then you guys are the first ones to be like, well, maybe you should get off the app. How are you helping people then? Don't offer help, and I'm here for you, and I'm here for you, and if you need me, we could talk, we can do this. And then the first thing you guys do is want to run somebody off the app. Not just for me, but do you guys ever consider that this app maybe sometimes is just a distraction for people from their real lives?
It is. It's a distraction for me, for sure.
Hey, Blue, I totally get where you're coming from. You know, being on disability and being stuck in the home or at a hospital or doctor's appointments, it is social interaction for a lot of us. And it's a shame that it's gotten so appointments. It is social interaction for a lot of us. And it's a shame that it's gotten so ugly. And, you know, like I said in the comments, I quit going live, you know, just to protect my own peace and my own, you know, my own health the best that I can, but I'm still human. It still gets to you when you see what's going on around you.
It does. It really, and
So
I
I
miss your
totally get
lives.
how you feel. I
I
know.
miss your
I
lives.
miss
I always
everyone.
I felt so safe in your lives. I really did.
I mean, and I always tried to keep a safe space, but it just got to the point where it was so toxic, and you know, I would get, you know, drug into certain topics where not on purpose, you know, but it just for now. And I did do a TikTok live not too long ago on my 2.0 account, and we had a lot of fun. We just laughed and carried on. But and I'm gonna do another one soon. But I do get where you're coming from when you say, like, a lot of people don't understand that it's, you know, just leave the app or whatever. And I do, you know, there's a lot of times I stay on a troll account anymore just because I don't want to get targeted or whatever. But it, you know, like I said, I also like the interaction. I don't get to go out and interact with others like a lot of
Exactly.
people do. And people take advantage of that. They don't realize how blessed they are that they have that in their lives, you know. I've
Trust
heard
me.
dumb comments all
If
my life like, "Oh, it must be nice to not work." No, that's not.
no,
When the
it's not.
alternative is to sit at home and stare at walls and be sick, no, it's not that great.
If I could live a day without having seizures, if I could have a driver's license again, I can only do makeup so many times. I would be out. I can't even be in the sun because of the heavy medications that I'm on. So yeah, that I'm on. So yes,
Yeah.
social media has become an outlet to me. If I could be normal like anybody else, trust me, I would not be on here. I would be out. I would be in gardens. I would be at the lake. I'd be fishing. I would be doing anything that would help. I love Mother Nature. I love to meditate. And I feel robbed of so much, and I come on this social media because it's all I have. I can only clean a house so many times in a day, you know, and then I battle my OCD because then I get angry. I already did this. You already cleaned that. Leave it alone. I can only rearrange your room many times,
You
you
like
know,
my
and it hurts when people tell you, well, get off the app. Walk a day in our shoes, not just me. Anybody who's disabled and has to deal with what we deal with, you would be using this as an outlet also.
look what showed up.
I just wanted to tell you that I get what you're saying, Blue, and you're not alone. And I just wanted you to know that.
I love you, Bubbles. Thank you so much.
Blue,
Please
look,
share with me when you go live again.
look, Blue.
A
I
deer.
definitely will.
It's a doe.
I know. She just came right into the backyard and she stayed for quite a while back in the
Oh my,
bushes eating lunch. And I was no more than 50 feet from her.
how beautiful.
She's so pretty. And Bubbles, I got to watch Bubbles. She come down here and we, we be having deer stew.
Oh, deer jerky.
I told Bubbles she'd have, oh, Feta, you bad thing. I told Bubbles she'd have to leave her babies at home.
Oh, no. Okay, I didn't mean to come up here and sap away or anything. I just wanted to I make peace with everybody. That's just me. I can go to bed tonight and it be my last. That's why I tell people don't just exist, live. Live for everything. Even if this was my last moments that I had with people that I don't know from around the world, but I had beautiful moments and conversations with people that just gave me such a fulfillment. So many people just don't understand.
Yeah, that is true.
So I hope you have a beautiful day, and everybody just be kind. We never know what anybody's battling. And Queen and I really don't get along, but what happened to her broke my heart.
It was
It could have
horrible.
been any of us. It could have been any of us.
Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. Everybody agrees on that. Everybody.
Okay, well, you have a beautiful day with your dough back there.
You- okay, I
Okay,
will.
thank you. Bye bye.
Joe, a deer. Yep, she came right up in my backyard. Hers beautiful. Yep. And nobody bothered to send me any more messages calling me names or anything names or anything like that. It's not necessary. Not when you obviously miss the point and you're trying to earn brownie points or whatever. The performative outrage. It's gotta stop. Zeta Zamora called me a two-faced dirty bitch. In a message. She actually wrote it and sent it. You too, Blue Sapphire. She was thumb thugging. She thought she was doing something. I don't know if we know what's broke. Honey, the wheels have come off the app. All the way off. They off. They on the ground. The wheels are off the app. And somebody said that, oh, somebody's going to be home in half an hour. Should I worry? Do you think I'm scared? If somebody is going to be home in half an hour and all they're going to do is go to hollering, screaming, and cussing, that says something about them. Yeah, they can't stand it when I call them on their bullshit. I don't know how we can take them down, though. I don't know. I don't know. Especially when some people hide him at their house. Some people just invite him in. No, it doesn't need to be a screaming match. It doesn't. But for some reason, people think that it's okay to get in my box or get me in a box somewhere so that they can yell and scream and cuss me out. I'm not putting up with that bullshit anymore. Yeah, they can fuck off with that bullshit. She can't let anything go. No. Never. Mm-mm. That bullshit won't be entertained over here. Okay. Okay. Is it someone we know? Because don't. If all they're gonna do is yell, holler, scream, cuss, that shows a lack of respect and a lack of control on their part. And some of these folks lack control. They don't know how to speak without screaming. They don't know how to talk to somebody and hold a conversation without cussing or threatening. And when they don't get their way, it's block them on all the platforms. Fuck that noise. Everybody can have an opinion but me. I cannot have an opinion, right? Wrong. I have an opinion. And if I see something that's wrong, I'm going to say something. All they do is thumb thug, push buttons, scream, yell, curse, show their whole entire assholes. And if that was all they were doing, whatever. But it's not. Folks are weaponizing the system to hurt people. And they need to quit. They need to quit it. Because somebody can get unalived behind that mess. And we know it. We know it. And the people who do those things and the people who threaten to do those things absolutely do not care if somebody gets hurt or unalived. They don't care. And I'm going to say something about it. And they don't like it when it's pointed out. They don't like it when their foul ways are pointed out to them. They don't like it. And I don't care if they don't like it. I do not care if they don't like it. Do not weaponize the system. It is not ever okay, ever, to call a welfare check on somebody, to call CPS on somebody, to call the police on somebody because you are angry with them. That is not a reason to make a phone call. T can do whatever she wants. I'm not surprised that T would do that. But I said what I needed to say. Made me feel some type of way. Made me mad as hell when I saw that comment. And I went live and I told y'all about it. So now you know. Now you know. Now you know. None of them are getting in my box to scream, yell, and cuss at me no more. And none of them are going to get by with sending me ugly messages. Not a single one. Of course he is. Of course he is. Of course he is. That's no shock. Nobody is blocked over here. Nobody is blocked and she knows it. Nobody's blocked. So of course she's gonna lie, but nobody's blocked. That's alright. Let her get mad. That's alright. No, he probably even doesn't. And to tell you the truth, even I don't know the story behind that. And that'd probably be for her to speak on. But I'm gonna let you go. Oh, want to show something? You found bears. You found bears, or you got a package of deer meat in your freezer. Which one? Ooh. No bears, no deer meat. Okay. What you gonna show us? Tell me something good. What you gonna show us, Bubbles? Ooh, okay. Oh, please.
Just want to show you something real quick. No comments from me.
What is that? What does that say? It's hilarious, even though we didn't know it was going to go that far. Wonder why he want to come over here and blow smoke up my ass like that. I see Bubble Chandelier. Now why he want to do that? Jerry, come on now. You may like me being mouthy and all, but like, don't blow smoke up my ass, man. You ain't gotta do that. Ooh. Yes, Bubbles. Thank you for showing us. Yes, we had an Amy moment there. That was funny. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get going. Your Sunday entertainment is now set. If you want to hear somebody scream and cuss, y'all know where to go. I gotta go plug in my phone. Love you. Bye.